Just over 6 years ago, a young kid from Slovenia came over to the US to play professional basketball. And as a foreigner in a new country, it can be pretty scary. As someone who's traveled a lot, I know what it's like to have a language barrier present. I know what it feels like to feel far, far away from home. That feeling of missing home can be extremely overwhelming sometimes, and culture shock is real. It makes you uncomfortable. But what makes that subside and go away is finding your people and finding your community. And that's what happened for this kid. The city of Dallas embraced him and took him in as their own. Now, it helps that he was extremely good at basketball, but as he was torching the league and was growing up, Dallas really took him in, and the two grew very close. He became a fan favorite in Dallas very quickly. And you could tell that Luka was also really proud to be playing for Dallas. So as he's lighting everyone up and he's working extremely hard, I mean, getting 40-point triple doubles and going crazy, he's doing all of that as proud to be a Dallas Maverick. And it was really cool. And it seemed like to the whole world that Dallas had found their next Dirk Nowitzki, their next cornerstone player. He was going to be there for his entire career and he was untouchable, and that was that. And when you think of the Mavericks, you think of Luka. You think of Luka, you think of Dallas. And it really seemed like they were meant for each other, and they were built to be together. It was a perfect pair. And then, in a shocking turn of events, the Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic were ripped apart from each other without even a chance to say goodbye. And it was really emotional. Um, but today, on April 9th, the Lakers came back into Dallas, and we got to see the reunion of Luka and the Dallas Maverick fans. And today there were a lot of playoff implications on the line. Recently the games have been really important for deciding where teams are going to land in terms of the playoff picture. All of that was secondary tonight. It was really about two parties, Dallas Maverick fans and Luka, getting to reunite with each other. And it almost just felt like get a bit of closure on their situation together. And it was really, really crazy to see because you could feel and you were reminded tonight how painful this split was. On the Mavericks fan side, I mean, they were chanting Fire Nico at least five separate times throughout the game. And every time Luka went out for a timeout, he got a standing ovation. There were chants of Luka throughout the game. And then on Luka's side, you could really tell how much the Dallas fans meant to him. They played a tribute video thanking him, and it, I mean, he was welling up. He had tears in his eyes. Um, and I felt bad for him actually because he couldn't even watch the whole thing. I mean, he had a towel in his face, and I mean, just to be reminded of all the memories and joy and relationships that you've been stripped of is really a hard thing. Not to mention like I have to go play a basketball game against these guys and I'm actually supposed to like cause them to lose. Like that doesn't feel good. So it was really a whirlwind of emotions. Definitely felt like in the beginning it was really sad for both. I mean, it just seemed like two people who wanted to be together just couldn't anymore. And it's crazy that the actual cause and the villain of that was in the building. Still don't understand how people in Dallas are letting Nico do anything. Crazy. But for all the negative emotions that were clearly present and the reminders of how painful this split was, it felt today like there was a bit of joy and a bit of consolation in the game. So while all these playoff implications are happening, today was really about the Dallas Maverick fans getting to watch their son their guy Luka ball out, and for Luka to be able to perform again in the one place he's known his whole career and in front of the people who I dare say he loves. Um, it was really great because Luka started. He had a great game. He had 45 points, but he had signature Luka plays, and I felt really happy for the crowd that they got to watch that. And they're chanting him, they're cheering for him every time he gets the ball and every time he does anything great. And you could just tell that everyone was so happy to see him again. There was a funny moment too where Luka was dribbling the ball and I forgot what happened, but the officials blew the whistle and it was it was the Mavericks ball and people were booing because they were denied a Luka possession. But yeah, it was really more than about the game today. It was about Dallas being able to see their guy one more time. And I think after tonight, the healing process can begin for both parties. Um, the Mavericks fans got to tell Luka how much he meant to them and say thank you to him, and Luka got to do the same to them. It was really awesome after the game to see Luka just walking around the stadium, giving all of the Mavericks players long hugs, saying hello to people in the crowd. I mean, he walked over to Patrick Mahomes, gave him a hug, and really just feel. I mean, some of these NBA games before the fourth quarter is even over, people are in their cars heading home. No one left this game early. This was, I think, ticket prices for this game. I mean, it was the highest of the season for the Mavericks, and I'm sure everyone stayed late just to watch Luka before he walked off the court. So while it was a reminder of how sad it is that these two folks who were two parties that felt like they were meant to be for each other don't get to be together anymore, it was nice that they each got to be in each other's company. And I know it feels weird, doesn't even feel like I'm talking about basketball anymore, but um, Luca can be a really demonstrative player, and it can be annoying to watch him shout at refs, shout at other people, like be angry, it seems, all the time. But tonight was a reminder that he's a person with emotions, and this really affected him. And in my case, it just made me like him even more, even though I already liked him. Um, to talk a bit about the game, excuse me. This was actually a game in the fourth quarter. The Mavericks had the lead, I think it was 87-86 in the fourth quarter. And the reason I bring this up is because I have to give LeBron James a bit of shine here. He just took over. And sometimes we see LeBron settling for his three-pointers, doing his signature like spin the ball in his hand, step back, knocking down threes. He was taking everything to the rim. There was a few times where he just cut down the lane, got the ball from someone, and took the contact and finished. Um, Left side, right side. There was one really cool play where he had Daniel Gafford behind him on the post, and LeBron did the basket is behind him. He did it between the legs going left, and then spin back the other side, and just got an and one finished over Daniel Gafford. He was playing awesome, and he's the reason that the Lakers won tonight. What was cool about that though is that Luka delivered the dagger when the Lakers were up by 11 with like 2 minutes to go. Luka hit a crazy three-pointer that put the Lakers up 14. I would say put the game out of reach for the Mavericks, and it must have been a weird feeling for the Dallas crowd because they have seen him do that to so many teams, and today they got to see him do that one more time, but this time against them. So it really was cool to see the support for Luka tonight, and really to see how much this meant to him. And while I feel bad for both sides, I mean, what can you do about it now? Maybe he'll go back there sometime. But it was a very emotional night and felt like the basketball was secondary today. But yeah, really cool night to watch basketball. And let me just see if there's anything else that I missed. I think that's it. I have some notes here about really cool plays that happened today, but it doesn't really matter so much tonight. I'm happy that the Dallas fans got to see Luka again and that Luka got to thank them and they got to thank him. And now they can both start to move on. And hopefully they'll feel better in time. But Luka's return to Dallas, I'll say his reunion with the Dallas fans was a night to remember. Talk to you soon.